shy.
This is Jason.
Okay, are we ready? Okay. Good afternoon, my name is Dr. Todney Bynes, and I will be conducting a session today with you. And we're going to be talking about successful tips for landing the right job. I know many of you here today are seeking employment. Some of you may have worked on one job for many, many years, and all of a sudden you found yourself out searching for a job. And then there may be some of you that may be in the middle of the range, and some of you may be just starting out, just recently graduated from college or high school, and you're seeking employment. Well, whatever area you fall into, I'm going to cover some things that will help you to be successful in today's session. The first thing that I want to let you know is that you need to know what I call the 3 knows. The first one is to know what you want to do. You know, you should have goals, both short and long term. You should also know what you're qualified to do. Do you have experience? What type of training do you have? What type of educational background? What type of job are you seeking? And the third one is to know why you want to do it. And I believe with anything that you do, you should have a passion to want to do that, and it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to do that. Let's talk about preparing our resume. The number one thing that I would encourage you to do, I actually work in the human resources field as an HR director, and so I kind of know the other side of it in terms of what we're seeking and what we're looking for. A one-page resume is sufficient enough. There are different types of resumes that you can use. I recommend if you're looking for some type of management, a sales job, that you go with a functional type of resume. Also, you want to make sure that that resume is free of any type of errors. You also want to make sure that the resume is addressing the specific qualifications and duties for the job. Most companies have what they call a job description. In that job description, it lists out the skills, the abilities, the qualifications, the education of what the company is actually looking for. And most companies actually use a HRIS system, which is a human resource information system, where they're actually able to download your resumes based on putting in keywords from the job description. So oftentimes, if you don't have those keywords in your resume, you possibly may not be, your resume may not be chosen for screening. Smaller companies have the ability to go through and look at all of the resumes, but it's easy. This day and time, we find that with the resumes that we receive for one job, we can get over 800 resumes. Also, be honest on your resume, and please be familiar with your resume. The next thing is that most companies do what we call a phone pre-screen. That means that they're going to make an initial phone call to you regarding your resume. It's always important to answer your phone in a professional manner. If you're not able to take the call at the time, please reschedule, and then keep a record of all the jobs that you applied for, because oftentimes people forget, I applied for so many jobs, what company is this? Take notes and ask questions, and make sure that you do your homework to find out the contact information, where you need to report for the interview. And you also may want to do a dry run so that you're not late for the interview. The next thing is seeking the job. How do I go about seeking a job? A lot of times word of mouth, family, friends, relatives, universities, local newspapers, job fairs, unemployment office, nonprofit agencies such as the Urban League, Goodwill, Salvation Army. And then the next part is the interview. It's important to arrive early. I would recommend that you arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes early. Make sure that you have a pen and paper with you, dress professional. Also, be prepared for those common type of interview questions that they're going to ask you. Things like, tell us a little bit about yourself. Why should we choose you for this job? So all of these things are important. Please make sure that you're familiar with your resume when you come in, and have questions prepared and written down at the end so that you can ask that company. Another thing that I would encourage you to do is read the company's website. Learn about things about the company. It's always impressive when people come in and talk with you and they say at that point, I've learned this, I understand your company does this, your CEO made this type of statement, and then always thank them at the end and let them know that you appreciate and you're very interested in the job, and when you leave, you can follow up with a thank you letter. Thank you very much, and I hope this information has been helpful to you.